What's up, y'all? Kree here. Today we're doing something a little different. We're taking a look at the OCG metagame now that they have Supreme Darkness out. Ryzeal is at the top, as expected. Let's see. So, of the results of tournaments, yeah, you have 76 Ryzeal wins, 1 Magistus, 1 Trickstar, 1 Zodiac, 73 Pure. Got a bunch of Malice. Voiceless voice. So the thing I'm most interested about talking about here is Ryzeal voiceless voice. So alright, we have Tempo Dragon as well. Fiendsmith, White Force, Asmi, and the Snake Eye, and Fiendsmith, Asmi, and Snake Eye. That's still a deck despite all the hits. So unless something gets banned, that deck is still going to be real no matter what. Alright. Let's see. Ryzeal. They got Twins of the Eclipse. Let's pull this guy up real quick. Alright. 2 level 4s. For this card's succeed summon, you can treat rank 4s as level 4s. You can detach a material from this card to make up to 2 attacks during each battle phase. If this is sent to the grave, target 2 other rank 4 or lower exceeds in your graveyard, special summon one of the 2 and attach the other to it. So, one of the fundamental ways Ryzeal plays around removal such as Book of Eclipse and Change of Heart is via Ryzeal plugin. When the opponent plays Book of Eclipse, the Ryzeal player could respond by chaining Ryzeal Dreadnator second effect to destroy itself, which we're going to pull up here for those unfamiliar. Oop, ran into an error. Here we go. When your opponent activates a card or effect, detach material from this card, target 1 card, and field destroy it. You can only use the following effects. So, we are chaining Ryzeal Dreadnator's effect to pop itself. Then Ryzeal plugin is activated to special summon Ryzeal Dreadnator from the graveyard, and then attach a Ryzeal card from your deck to it as succeed material. And then its first effect would attach 1 monster from the graveyard to it as material. At the end is a Dreadnator with 2 Exceeds materials. Right. So if they Book of Eclipse your board, you Dreadnator pop itself, and then on the new chain, activate plugin, special summon Dreadnator from the graveyard, attach a new material from it, and then Dreadnator's on summon effect is going to attach a material from the graveyard to it. So effectively, you still have a 2-mat Dreadnator. Twins of the Eclipse plays a similar function to Ryzeal plugin, using Defender's 1 effect to attach Twins of the Eclipse from the graveyard to it as Exceed material. So that way, when Dreadnator itself goes to the graveyard, Twins of Eclipse second effect triggers, special summoning Dreadnator and attaching Duo Drive to it as Exceed material. And then it's going to attach another monster from graveyard to it as material. So it again has 2 materials, which is ridiculous. So here's the sample deck list provided. This list went 7-1 and finished first place in the 3v3 tournament, which had 120 participants. Wow. Okay. 3, 1. Yeah, pretty standard. They are playing 7th Ascension now to search for the 7th Tachyon, which is worth noting. I'm willing to bet they're only playing this because they have 1 Bonfire to compensate. So, Ultimate Slayer, pretty good. They're playing 2 Mirror Logics now because you can send the 1 off of, I think it's Ice, or no, it's X. You send 1 off of X to negate something going second, and then you send 1 off Ultimate Slayer as well. So that's pretty nuts. And then you could also just Ultimate Slayer send the Twins. Lancia is rotated back in, which is why they are playing. Well, some lists are playing the C104. This one is not. They're just hard drawing it. Yeah, Malice got a new card in the form of Template Skipper, which we're going to look at real quick if my computer will agree with me. Alright. You special summon this card from your hand to a zone Cyberus Link points to. You can only special summon it once per turn this way. During your main phase, you can banish a Cyberus monster from your hand or graveyard. If you do, this card can be treated as Link material with the same name as a banished monster. So this card is insane right off the rip for Malice. It's an extender. Special summon it. Second effect, you could just banish a Malice. Yeah, banish a Malice monster and turn it into a Malice monster while triggering a Malice monster. Yeah. This list went 8-1 and finished second place in a 62-person tournament. 3, 3, 3, and then 1 Code of Soul. Only 1 template. You get the Bestial line. I imagine this changes in the TCG because Magnum is the only one limited, so we probably just do 1 Mag, 2 Druid. Max C's was probably going to be Fualos. Also, the Allure Gold Sark. I imagine we translate this to 1 Gold Sark, 3 Allure. That's what I'm doing, at least, in my builds. Ultimate Slayer in the side, which is why we mirror logic here. But we also do the Firewall combo, which is pretty strong. Pretty standard list, I'll say. Impulse. Worth noting that Malice can main deck Impulse if you want to, but then you lose out on things like Nib and Drool, so keep that in mind. Now, the thing I really wanted to talk about here is Voiceless Voice. Many Voiceless Voice builds are now running the Nadir package alongside the standard Diviners. When going first, Nadir Servant can be used to send Herald to Arclight, whose effect could be used to add. Send Ensis to pop a card, Golden Beast and Maulong to bounce. Running the Ryzeal package in Voiceless Voice is not as common, but it's trending enough to keep a lookout for. Similar to the Nadir package, Ryzeal package is useful for going first or second. When going first, the Ryzeal package could set up the Dreadnator as an additional threat alongside Skull Guardian. When going second, the Ryzeal package could be used as a board breaker using X to send Aggregator to negate a card on the field. Nadir Servant, X Ryzeal, and Thuld Ryzeal come with drawbacks that restrict special summoning from the extra deck, but Voiceless Voice is a ritual deck and can play without special summoning from the extra deck. Voiceless Voice and Ryzeal are not intrinsically related and do not bridge well into each other, but they lessen the impact of an opponent's D barrier, as declaring Ritual would still allow the Ryzeal portion to play. There's also a small synergistic interaction whereby Barrier the Voiceless Voice first effect makes your opponent unable to target light monsters you control with card effects, which includes Dreadnator. Alright, that's pretty saucy, I'm not gonna lie. Standard. So we're playing 3x, 1 Thode. And then I imagine... Oh, we're not playing a field spell. That's interesting. So we're just using this as an extra pop. Okay. Makes sense. Maybe in the TCG we find room for at least one field spell. I don't know. You don't play Duo Drive with this package. But I'd rather see 3x, 1 Thode, 1 Duo Drive. Or 1, what's it called? Cross or whatever? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, 2 Mirios because Nadir Servant. No Ultimate Slayer on the side. Dominant Spurge. Yeah. Inclusion. Supreme Darkness has a very small impact. The top 2 decks are still Ryzeal and Malice, which got minor boosts. Lightless Shadow is a notable card, but currently lacks a powerful Fiend deck to bring out its full potential because Yubel in the OCG only has 1 Phantom. So that thing is no longer an extender, which a lot of people were abusing it with. Other things of note. Also... Together, they surprised the competition with their unique Fiendsmith Goblin Biker deck that utilized Lightless Shadow. However, once the dust had settled, Fiendsmith Goblin Biker deck has not been able to replicate the success in other tournaments. So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed today's reading of this, support Brother the King on Patreon. Cheers. And for those of you watching, maybe look at this as cards that you should be picking up for the future. I know I am. I know I already have picked up some of these. So, with that being said... Like the video if you found today's content helpful, subscribe if not already, and until next time, have a good time.